Rubicon was created specifically for kids' education. Tread Lightly's been involved with it for many, many years, and we are super excited that because of Bronco Wild Fund, we are able to really step that involvement up.
The Bronco Wild Fund was created in collaboration with the new generation Bronco. Ford knew the type of people who would be purchasing the Bronco, and so they wanted to make sure that when we're taking our Broncos off-road, that we can take them to the most epic places. The Bronco Wild Fund and Tread Lightly have teamed up to help support maintenance on the trail, as well as sponsor Kids Camp Rubicon. Welcome to the Rubicon Trail. My name is Shelby Hall, and I am a Ford Performance off-road driver and a Tread Lightly ambassador. I have spent my entire life in the dirt. My grandfather was Rod Hall, and my dad is Josh Hall, and so I didn't have much of a choice. I got to spend my days in the dirt, and it's become my whole life, and I love it.
Hi, I'm Laura Butcher, Nevada Program Manager for Tread Lightly. In addition to being the Tread Lightly Program Manager, I have a very heavy background in motorsports, including growing up in the Northern California and Northern Nevada areas and recreating along the Rubicon Trail quite often.
The roots of the Rubicon Trail run deep within my family, since my grandfather was one of the original shareholders. So it just made sense for us to come together and use that money for education for the kids, and also to help support the pump truck for the toilets that have been built along the trail, as well as helping to fund maintenance projects on the Rubicon Trail.
So Camp Rubicon came up 8 years ago. We were looking some way to make sure we're keeping the off-road family solid and educated. So my partners and I decided we would start Camp Rubicon up. And as you see in the background, there's all sorts of kids running around. And that's the neat thing about this, is we're educating our future.
Where does it look pretty mountainous?
About this area.
Yeah, a lot of it though, huh? Even here.
Every year we do a complete different activity with them. One year we did a radio, taught them what a radio's for, it's for safety. Another year we taught them about a compass, how to find ourselves, we gave them maps. Another year was sanitation, another year was about water runoff. But the biggest thing is tread lightly. We want them to know how to treat the road so we can always come and do it. It's really awesome that Tread Lightly and Bronco Wild Funds teamed up to educate our future of the Rubicon, of off-roading, the trails, so everything will be available for the future.
I saw the kids camp last year when I came here. I didn't bring any of my kids last year. I was solo. And it was such a great thing that I saw. I needed to bring my kids here to experience it. It was the RC cars, the crawdad hunting and everything. I wanted to bring my kids to experience all the activities that were here for this. I thought it would give them something else other than just driving on over rocks and whatnot to get here. It's such a special place and a historic trail, and it takes a little bit more than just that to get them interested. And this kids camp is the perfect opportunity to get them involved in this trail. I think kids need this. They need a little bit of independence. They need a little bit of wild experience. They need to learn about nature and all the things that come with it. You know, how to protect it, how to keep it clean and not damage it, at the same time that you're experiencing. This was a great experience for them to learn that and have a fun at the same time. They're having a blast.
It's just a great time. For me, it's with the family, friends. I got 10 kids here, all nieces, nephews, and my 2 sons, and they come out. The time of the year is fantastic, the weather's amazing, and they really just put on a great event. I came out here a bunch with my grandpa and my dad, and I spent a lot of time on my grandpa's lap. My dad was obviously very busy working on the company. Now to see my dad out here with my boys and coming out on the trail, it's truly fun, and the stories and the excitement. And then once you get here and seeing other kids, right? Older kids kids look up to older kids. So when you're out here and they get to play with older kids and swim and fish and jump off rocks, and we don't get to do this stuff at home. So to come out here and do it all, it's pretty amazing.
My experience on the Rubicon has changed a lot over the years. When I was a kid, it was time with my dad, and it was very new and exciting, and we broke things and we figured things out, and the disconnect from mainstream life and having to problem solve on our own was really big. I love the trail and I love the history and everything, but I really love the strangers sitting around a campfire and getting to know each other, telling stories and swapping contact information so they can stay in touch. That's really what it means to me. And now my kids are here at this event, which is all that they're doing. Last year they left here with a whole bunch of new friends and their contact information that they've kept in touch with throughout the year, and they're meeting up with them again this year, and they're really excited to meet them.
The new Bronco is filled with so much awesome technology, like electronic locking front and rear lockers. We've got cameras all around that vehicle, and it is just made for the trail. It is our duty as Bronco owners, as drivers, as off-road enthusiasts to make sure that we are knowledgeable and skilled on when to use that technology so that we keep the trail intact. Front and rear electronic locking differentials are phenomenal. It's the magic button. But we want to use them with control, and we want to use them in the proper areas. So a portion of the sale of every Bronco has gone into the Bronco Wild Fund, which is then dispersed to nonprofit organizations that specialize in education, maintenance, and repair of our open public lands. I was given the opportunity to submit an application to receive a grant from the Bronco Wild Fund. I did not hesitate to consider partnering with Tread Lightly so that we could bring that grant money to the Rubicon Trail.
The goal of this project that we're here for Bronco Wild Fund this weekend on the Rubicon is to help out with some of the restoration that the Rubicon Trail may need after this really heavy winter that we've had. It's no secret that the Rubicon Trail frequently has a lot of wear and tear on it. It gets a lot of love, a lot of use, sometimes a little bit of overuse. This goes such a long ways in being able to ensure the future of being able to come out here and enjoy the Rubicon Trail. It helps with, future generations having knowledge of good stewardship and the proper education for off-road recreation on the whole, but very specific also to this location, which, it's such a historical landmark. Everybody loves and knows the Rubicon Trail, so we want to do everything we can to preserve that.
The winters here in the Sierras are gnarly, and every year the Rubicon Trail needs a ton of maintenance so that it stays passable. So I'm 100% honored and so stoked to not only be a part of Kids Camp Rubicon, but to be helping to preserve our Rubicon Trail.